Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend, even though it was very, very snowy. Yeah, we saw quite a bit of snow. Not quite as much as the west and southwest saw in Alberta, but still quite a bit here in the border city, which sparked our question of the day. Are you satisfied with how the city has gone about snow removal on the roads after the first major snowfall of the winter? Biggest poll we've had saying, nope. Yep. We'll read, some of those comments, and you have a technique that you use.
Yeah, and it's worked.
It works. You don't get stuck.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just back up really fast, and then you gotta put in drive fast, and then just hit the gas and pray you don't get stuck.
There you go. He's got it figured out. We'll continue this conversation a little bit later here on the show, but first we're going to toss it over to Brett, who's down at the SPCA.
I'm here at the Lloydminster SPCA, where I'll be talking today with Becca about some of the upcoming events for the SPCA, like the Jail and Bail, and as well, if you are looking for some pets to adopt for the holidays and Christmas, what you may be looking for, and some of the popular pets as well up for adoption. We'll have a little bit more from the SPCA, but first let's head back into the studio and see what's going on with them.
Saturday was World AIDS Day, and today some local residents joined together to walk the streets of downtown Lloydminster to bring awareness to the virus. The march went down from Prairie North Plaza to 44th Street and back to the Resident and Recovery Office.
For those that either are already afflicted and for those that are maybe partaking in risky behaviors, AIDS, HIV is completely treatable now.
Saskatchewan has had almost 200 new diagnosed cases in 2017, and over 65,000 Canadians live with AIDS.
Saskatchewan's rate of HIV is 2.4 times the rate of national average rate. So it's really important that we create some awareness about HIV and AIDS.
AIDS is now treatable, meaning there are medications that are available for those who suffer from the virus. The most common way of transmitting the virus is injecting drug use. Residents around the Lakeland got into the Christmas spirit over the weekend. Bonnyville and Cold Lake held their annual Santa Claus parades. Our own Justin Marshall caught up with some kids before the parade.
Hey guys, we're here at the Bonnyville Parade, and I'm here with ACFL, one of the many floats. And what are you guys' names?
Ariana, Brady, Callan.
Awesome. And why'd you guys come out to the parade today?
To have lots of fun.
What about you?
To have fun and see everybody.
And see everybody. And you probably came for all the candy, right? What do you love about parades?
I like watching them and being in parades. I like to be in the floats.
You like to be in the floats? And who's behind us? Who's the frog behind us?
Kribut.
It's what?
My Tony Khan.
That's awesome.
And let's send it over to Brett, who's over at the SPCA.
I'm joined here by Becca. Now, Becca, every kid wants a puppy or a kitten for Christmas. Yeah. How often do you see an adoption used as a Christmas present?
Not a huge number, honestly. I mean, we get the people coming in a little bit more around Christmas time, just taking a look kind of thing. But we always just kind of ask them what they're kind of looking for, and more often than not, it's the adults that want that animal instead of just the kids. But so that's always a good thing. But yeah, not a huge number of people coming in for Christmas to get gifts or pets for gifts.
So when people do come in for an adoption, for a Christmas gift, or just in general, what are some things maybe that you're looking for?
We just always ask those major questions like, is everyone positive that this is what they want? Just making sure that it's thought through kind of thing. It's not just a whim. Getting an animal is basically inviting a new family member into your life. There's something else to take care of. I mean, cats are a little bit more easygoing than dogs, but you still have to teach them where the litter box is and, train them what to do and what not to do kind of thing. So it's another big responsibility. So we make sure people know that before they adopt.
Perfect. So we'll have a little bit more coming up here at the SPCA. But first, let's head back into the studio and see what's going on with them.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. We've actually gained a degree since we started the broadcast, sitting at -9. We started off at -10 about an hour ago, so we've actually warmed up. The snow has pretty much stopped for now. We have a 30% chance we could see some more flurry activity, possibly overnight into tomorrow, but shouldn't be too much, especially after the weekend we've had. Here's a look at the satellite radar there. As you can see, there's some patches of precipitation moving in from the west, and we could see that here. Shouldn't be over a centimeter more than what we've already seen. No watches and warnings currently in effect, which is a good sign, as we were under that snowfall warning yesterday. Number-wise, not too bad either. -9 here right now, -8 in Edmonton, -10 up in Athabasca, -9 for Cold Lake, -6 out in Meadow Lake, -7 in Prince Albert, and sitting at -9 in Melfort. Currently sitting at -7 in North Battleford, was seeing some light flurry activity, and that could potentially carry on into the overnight at -13, and then possibly some light flurry action tomorrow morning into the afternoon in North Battleford. Not going to be a heavy snowfall like we were seeing here in Alberta, though. Cold Lake could also see some of that snow come into play tomorrow. Currently sitting at -9 as that overcast does continue, -14 overnight, and then tomorrow is about a 40% chance you could see some more flurry activity in Cold Lake, a high of -5. Currently in the border city, sitting at -9, -14 overnight. And then tomorrow, like I said, we do have that chance we could see some more flurry activity. Nothing major like we saw over the last 3 days, and the sunshine will start to peek through. -6 for the daytime high tomorrow, -14. And then we start to get into a bit of a cold snap until the end of the weekend. But I'll have more details on that coming up a little bit later in the show.
The Lloydminster Bobcats snapped their losing streak in fine style, defeating the Calgary Canucks 7-1. However, despite a strong third period, they were unable to come back from an early deficit Sunday against the Drumheller Dragons in a 5-2 loss. Next up for the Cats is a home date with the Drayton Valley Thunder on Wednesday. The Lakeland Rustlers women's basketball team extended their win streak to 4 games after sweeping the Grand Prairie Wolves this weekend. The Rustlers were dominant in both contests, winning 65-46 and 77-51 over the Wolves, managing to put each game out of reach by halftime.
We're finally finding like our click of our team, and we finally know how to work with each other, so it's really nice to finally get it, and then we can go forward on second semester with it.
The cohesion was particularly evident on offense, as Saturday was the squad's highest scoring game of the year.
We kind of struggled with that at the beginning and being able to score. So this weekend especially, we were able to get through our offense really well, find the open person and work the ball around.
Heading into the Christmas break, the Rustlers are tied for 4th place at 7-5, 1 win back of 2nd. And the men's team also extended their win streak to 4 games after sweeping a Grand Prairie team coming off their own sweep against the previously undefeated Concordia Thunder. Friday's tilt was arguably the squad's best performance of the season, a 99-69 victory in which the Rustlers were relentless defensively.
We play up, in-your-face defense, and they weren't really used to that, so it was really good getting the sweep. You know, everyone played great. Everyone we had, all 8 bodies, it was a good win.
The Rustlers managed to ride out their only slip-up of the weekend, hanging on in a sloppy 4th quarter on Saturday to win 90-84.
We backed off. We kind of took the energy away, so I guess it was kind of losing intensity.
Seeing such drastic improvements is encouraging for the coaching staff, especially having played shorthanded all semester.
We've been playing, with 8 players, 7 players, sometimes 6 players for most of the first half. So to get off to a 6-6 start at the end of the first half, we'll take it.
The sweep moves the Rustlers into a 4-way tie for 3rd in the division. And now let's send it over back to Brett over at the SPCA.
I'm joined once again by Becca. Now, Becca, a couple years ago, I was trying to adopt a new cat, and she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying that she wasn't being taken because of her age. Is that kind of something that's seen quite often?
Yeah, actually. I mean, a lot of people want to come in and they want to start with the kittens. I mean, in a lot of situations, it is better to start out with something younger, especially if you have other animals at home. So, I mean, we always kind of try and base it off of everyone's situation. So sometimes we do get the people that pass the seniors a lot, and which is unfortunate because they still have lots of life and personality in them as well, too. But, I mean, a lot of the times, yeah, if there is more animals in the home, we do recommend a younger one. But, I mean, if it's a single person home kind of thing and they just want someone to hang out with, we definitely recommend the older ones for that, for sure.
Well, you got some youthful ones right behind you. You're trying to get into the interview as well. But let's kind of talk about maybe some things that you see around this time for Christmas.
Yeah, so puppies and kittens seem to be the bigger ones, obviously, you know, popping out of that cute box like all the videos you see on Facebook and everything. But, I mean, like we said, we always try and base it off of who the person is and try and help them find the right fit for them. So if they say, oh, yeah, I want something calm, and then they look at a kitten right away, we're like, maybe that's not really what you're looking for, and then we just try and point them in the right direction. So we do see a lot more of the questions of, you know, any more puppies and kittens and, you know, things like that. But I mean, we always have lots of kittens, but puppies always seem to be a little bit lower in numbers, which is fine. But yeah, that's the bigger one the biggest question that we always seem to get is the puppies and kittens kind of around this time. But
Perfect. So we'll be talking a little bit more in a little bit with Becca about the Jail and Bell and some other events coming up for the SPCA. But first, let's head back into the studio and see what's going on with them.
All right, thank you so much, Brett. Very exciting event coming up with the SPCA, which I will be a part of. Looking to our weather shot for the day, a very snowy one, which is definitely on theme for what we saw this weekend and even today into the afternoon. Lots and lots of snow. Fortunately, it should be done. We could see a little bit more, but nothing major. But that does mean a cold snap is coming through. Right now, not doing too bad. -9 here in Lloydminster, -8 in Vermilion, -7 in St. Paul, also in Vegreville. A little bit cooler as we move up the map. -9 for Bonnyville, also in Cold Lake. -9 in Pierceland. And then as we move over into Saskatchewan, sitting at -8 in Provost, or that's Alberta, but there. -6 in Macklin, -7 for North Battleford. And as we look up north, even cooler there. -11 in Buffalo Narrows, also in La Loche, -6 in South End, and also in Flin Flon. -9 for Fort Mac right now, -10 in Fort Chipewyan, -19 in High Level, one of the cooler numbers in the province, and then -15 in Peace River. As we look down south, numbers not as dramatic there, but they did see some areas 30 centimeters of snow over the weekend. So not as bad as we were seeing here in the border city there, or sorry, worse than we were seeing here. -5 in Calgary, -6 in Banff right now, -12 in Lethbridge, and then over on the Alberta side, or Saskatchewan, I cannot read a map today apparently, -12 in Regina, and then -8 in Estevan. For our numbers tomorrow, we aren't going to be too bad before we get into that cold snap. So actually sitting above the seasonal average tomorrow at -6, -6 in Vermilion, -4 for St. Paul, -3 in Lac La Biche, -6 for Bonnyville, and -5 for Cold Lake tomorrow, -7 in Pierceland, -8 for, or 7 rather in St. Walburg, and then North Battleford could see a -8 as the daytime high. Could see some potential flurries in North Battleford tomorrow, light flurry action, nothing like we saw over the weekend. Just want to bring up our snow accumulation map here, as we could see about another centimeter fall over the overnight into tomorrow afternoon, but nothing major like we were seeing over the last 3 days here in pretty much across Alberta and southern Alberta here. -14 in the morning, gonna feel like -18 though, -13 over the recess time, -11 over lunch, and then -7 when the kids head home from school tomorrow. And then as you can see, we have pretty decent numbers, at least for tomorrow, getting a little bit cooler at -10 on Wednesday, and then we really get into that cold snap. So Thursday, -12 for the daytime high, -17 for the low. Once you factor in the wind chill, though, these numbers are going to feel much colder than that -17. Friday, -11, -18 for the low, which is the coolest we are going to see. Saturday, we are going to start to warm up, -10, -17 for the low, and then on Sunday, we get above that seasonal average at -5 for the daytime high. Still pretty cool with that overnight low at -13, and then Monday warming up yet again at -4 for the daytime high and -10 for the low.
And now let's send it over back to Brett at the SPCA.
I'm joined once again by Becca here at the SPCA. Now, Becca, you have a pretty big event coming up here next week.
Yeah, our Jalen Bale is coming up this year, so we're really excited for that. That's going to be on the 13th, so it's just coming up here real quick, and I'm really excited about it.
So our own Michaela Henschel and Elise Darwish will be here. They're going to be in jail, so let's kind of talk about the background to the event a little bit.
Yeah, so I can't give you an exact number on how long it's been going for, but I mean, I've been here for almost 6 years now, and it's been going on for that time frame, and I know quite a bit longer since before that. So it's something that's quite near and dear to our hearts, and we really enjoy it every year, and it's going to be one of those ones that just continues throughout the years for sure.
Where does the money from the event go to?
It goes right back into the shelter. Obviously, we need that money for operating costs and our spay-neuter program especially as well too, just so we can continue going with spay-neuter all of our animals before they leave the shelter, because that's the really great part about this place is we send them all out ready to go, and you don't have to worry about that afterwards.
And let's kind of talk about the importance as well of an event like this to you guys.
It's huge. I mean, it raises so much money for us, and it's just, and it's a positive one too. So I mean, it's sometimes people are like, oh, I don't really want to go to this kind of thing, but it's really fun. There's a lot of positive energy going around, and like I said, it just brings in so much more money for us, and it just really benefits this place to keep going, basically.
Absolutely, and let's just really quickly talk about. I know you really love this event. What's your favorite part of it?
Visiting with everyone. I mean, they all sit in these kennels, and, sometimes you get these bigger, burly guys coming in, and they're just petting the kitties, and it's really funny to see. But not that they can't enjoy the kitties anyway, but, it's really fun. A lot of people are coming in and leaving, especially people coming in and donating. Everybody's just in really good spirits, and they're coming back and checking out all of our jailers, and it's just funny to see, and it's just a more enjoyable day for me, for sure.
Well, I'm a burly boy, and I do love kittens, and I do love puppies. We'll have a little bit more in a little bit, but let's head back into the studio and see what's going on with them.
Yeah, this will be my second year doing the jail and bail. Very excited. Hope to raise more money than I did last year. I think I was just shy of my goal last year.
What was it? Do you recall?
I think it was $500. So not bad. So this year I think I'm gonna bump it up to $1,000. Now that I've said it here on TV, I feel like I have to now. Yeah, so definitely looking forward to that. And there's definitely ways that you can get involved as well. So stay posted for that. But this weekend, very, very snowy. So that kind of stemmed our question of the day. Are you satisfied with the way the city of Lloydminster has gone about clearing the roads? We put out a poll. Over 500 of you weighed in. 93% saying nope. That's pretty much all of you at one point. I'm wondering who the 7% is. You're saying you drive a car.
Yeah.
I drive an SUV, and I still have a hard time getting through. But you have a little bit of a method.
Yeah, it's more like I've learned that if you drive fast and like quickly, you don't get as stuck. Because in my residential area where I live, it's like they don't plow that very often, and it's like very rare that like a plow will come through there. And even today, like when I was at the Prairie North Plaza for the AIDS walk, trying to get out of, I did get stuck in my work car, or Anna 3 as I like to call her. But
Anna 3. There you
Yeah,
go.
so.
He named his work vehicle. We definitely, people are not happy about this on all over social media if you're on any of the Lloydminster groups there. And then in our comments as well, want to read a few of those. Dallas says, considering they were out in teams of two blading practically dry roads about a week and a half ago, and now nothing is a bit of a joke. JC goes on to say, every other city I have lived in piles snow into the middle of the streets and then removes it with dump trucks. Why is Lloyd not doing this? Brittany says, in other towns and cities were plowed. Why is Lloyd always out of the loop and one of the last ones to do their job? And then Carol Lee doesn't live in Lloydminster, but she says that she was in the area today and didn't see one plow. She says, Lloydminster, where are your plows? We didn't see one all day. So people are not impressed with this. Tegan on our Facebook page as well saying the hospital roads weren't even plowed last night, nor was 16 or 17, referring to the highways, obviously. College Drive either. Now that's horrible. Come on, city, and get out there and plow. These are main roads and should have been done that morning. So people not pleased. Quite a bit of backlash. We even got calls into the newsroom today about this and some emails as well. So I just feel like there's the money, you know, it is there, and there's obviously going to be an increase for the budget next year. But I personally just think they could do better.
They could, yeah, to obviously, like you said, the main roads like 16, 17, and then of course 44, and obviously 44th Street is 16. But I mean, they do. I mean, driving on it does kind of help for now, like some cars and trucks going down. But of course, they create those little crevices and the grooves that kind of might start throwing some people off with that regard.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely an interesting conversation. We always want to hear from you. Let us know on our Facebook or Twitter page. Weigh in on that poll. Maybe the city will. We'll look at it and change some things. But right now we're going to get into something a little bit more fun than snow removal, our pets of the day. Let's look at who we have. This is Romeo. I love this photo. This was sent to us by Raylene. Thanks for sending that one in. Next up we have Luna. Amanda sent this one in saying that it was just a few days ago was Luna's birthday. So happy birthday to Luna. Next up we have Mittens and Hershey, a very adorable cuddly duo here. That was sent to us by Brenda. Thanks for sending that one in. Here's Coco. Very relaxed.
I thought that was a bunny.
Yeah, doesn't care about the snow there. That was sent to us by JC. Thanks for sending that in. And then look at this. Last but not least, in the holiday spirit is Grim. And that was sent to us by Randy. If you would like to see your pet here on our Pet of the Day, send us a photo on Facebook or Twitter or by email. Please include their name. And if you do see them on the show, you'll be entered to win a gift card to the Lloydminster Pet Pad.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Joelle Collins is joining us today. Joelle is the marketing coordinator for the new Gold Course Casino. This is so exciting, Joelle. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me, Stacy.
So the big question on everybody's mind is when it's going to open. Do you guys have a definitive date, or can you talk about that yet?
Well, yeah, we can talk about it. Opening day will be December 21st.
Okay.
At 9 a.m.
All right.
Yeah.
So people can start lining up now.
Yeah, absolutely. Start lining up now. 9 a.m. December 21st.
And now I've noticed on the social media that you guys have, oh my goodness, so many events booked already, which is so exciting. Let's talk about the very first one.
Okay, first of all, January 17th, we have Aaron Goodvin coming in.
Wow.
Yeah, so tickets are on sale. He is a great country musician. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, December 4th.
And that is through the SIGA box office, correct?
Yep, sigaboxoffice.ca.
Okay, and some of the other ones coming up. There's, like, I was so surprised, such a variety. Let's talk about some of the other events that you guys have booked.
Okay, so then January 19th, we have James Barker Band coming in. Again, tickets go on sale tomorrow. Then coming up in February 1st, we have the funny comedian Brent Butt.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious. February 14th, this is the one that I'm loving, Valentine's Day.
I saw this one.
Yeah, we have Snake Oil. It is a rock and roll tribute group. Well, they're more than a tribute group. They become their personas. They are amazing on stage. And it is a dinner theater, so tickets are on sale for that. Come out, rock to the oldies with your loved one, and enjoy the night.
Well, you have Valentine's Day. What a better day for that, right?
Exactly, exactly. You have your rock and roll and your love.
And I'm guessing this is just a taste of what could be coming. I mean, I know that the casinos seem to get a lot of the really big acts and some really unique things. So do you guys have some exciting things that you can't tell us about right now?
Well, no, those are all under the curtain. But we have some great acts coming up too. Actually, we have some unique ones. In March, we have the legendary Ladies of Country Music coming up.
Oh, wow.
So again, it's a tribute band. We have Dolly Parton, Patsy Cline, and Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
Fantastic. April 24th.
I saw this one too.
Yeah, we have Australia's Thunder from Down Under coming. And boy, oh boy, have we, that's a popular one already.
That's a
noted.
ladies' night for sure.
That is a ladies' night for sure. Yeah.
Well, and the nice thing about the casino too, Joelle, once it's open, is you can go for the show, but there's other options too. You're going to be able to then go try your hand at the casino and kind of combine a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. We have over 200 machines in store. So once you're done watching the entertainment, go onto the floor, try your hand at some different, even the live games. We have live games there. We'll have the slot machines. It's fun.
Well, and Joelle, one question that I've had people asking me is, do they still have jobs available? So I will ask that to you directly. Is there a place where people can apply and check and see if there's jobs?
Oh, absolutely. But they're going quick. They're closing out within the next couple days here. But check out goldhorsecasino.ca.
Okay.
Check under the jobs profile there. And there's a couple casual positions, a couple part-time positions, maybe even 1 or 2 full-time positions. But check it out today, tomorrow max.
Okay. Well, Joelle, we're out of time. Thank you so much. There's so many exciting things happening at the Gold Horse Casino. Once it opens here in about a few weeks' time, I guess, we will have you back anytime you want to come and tell us about what's going on. So thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Stacey, so much for having me.
Hey, I'm Angeline from Real Country 97.7, filling in for Toasty this week, and here's what's coming up in St. Paul and area. The St. Paul Elks are having their second Christmas craft and vendor show. That's going to be coming up on Friday from 2 until 8, and then on Saturday from 10 until 4. There's going to be handmade soaps, jewelry, crocheted items, Christmas cards, and more. So come out and shop from local vendors. Everybody is welcome. Enjoy the Christmas spirit as we witness Clara's dream of being rescued by the Nutcracker Prince. That's coming up on Saturday evening at Portage College from 8 until 9. And then on Sunday, there's the Christmas market, which will be from 10 until 2:30, with the Nutcracker performance being from 3 until 4. Then the Christmas market reopens from 4 until 5. Tickets are $10, 5 and under are free, and tickets are available at Happy House or by e-transfer. All those tickets include a baked apple and hot apple cider. More information at artfoundation.ca. And this coming Saturday, the St. Paul Animal Shelter is pleased to announce that the Grinch and Santa are going to be coming back to meet all the boys and girls. They are going to be at the Co-op Home and Egg Department's contract entrance from 11 till 3. This will be your chance to get a picture with both for $7, and the proceeds are going to the animal shelter. And for the last hour, they're going to allow pets to meet the dynamic duo to get some pictures done. Find these events and more at our website at realcountrystpaul.ca. And if you have an event that you would like to feature on What's Happening, please make sure to email Toasty at realcountry.ca.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
And welcome back, Josh and Bucky, talking sports once again and shifting to the national scene where the Edmonton Oilers, post Todd McClellan, are off to a good start under new bench boss Ken Hitchcock.
They're, won 3 straight, outscore their opposition 6-3. So when you think of the Oilers, you think of the run and gun. You think that's kind of style. That's kind of thrown out the window with Ken Hitchcock. He takes care of his own end first. He always says it's going to be uncomfortable for the first while for the players because they have to get adjusted to the way that Ken Hitchcock likes to play. Ken Hitchcock always goes into a game and says, we're scoreless. It's 0-0. All we have to do is score a goal. We can't let one in. So that's his game plan every game. And through those 3 wins, they've outscored their opposition 6-3. So it's definitely a Ken Hitchcock team right now. So there is players out there that want to show they belong for the ice time they're getting, or they want to get more ice time. So right now there's a lot of players trying out for Ken Hitchcock's team.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end. We've talked before about how much help they've needed defensively and how that's really been, along with depth, probably one of their biggest issues in this dry spell over the past decade where they haven't been a very strong program. And it's kind of a tryout period for them. If you have a really defensive-minded bench boss, you get to earn your spot here.
Well, and that's the thing. We always talk about the strength of the Oilers are up front, the weakness is out back. But at the same time, if your forwards can come back, support your defense, all of a sudden you don't have 2 guys playing the back end. you have 5 guys playing the back end. So all of a sudden their defensive zone turns from a 2-guy system to a 5-player system, and their defensive zone coverage right now is as good as anybody in the NHL because Ken Hitchcock is managing it.
Yeah, and then you'll also see if that has an effect on Cam Talbot's play, as well as, I'm forgetting the backup goaltender's name now. Niskanen, I think is his name. Always bad with those Finnish names. That hasn't been the most exciting story, though, in Canada. The Flames have been great. Toronto's still great. The Nylander contract. In fact, you know what? Let's pull an audible. I want to get your quick thoughts on that Nylander contract.
It makes things interesting for Marner. All I have to say is the Leafs kind of caved in to what he wanted. I think they kind of came to that last minute, so let's get a deal done. We got 5 minutes left. Let's get it done. They got it done. But now it gets interesting going forward. Where does Matthews, where does Marner fall in? Because they got to get contracts done here in the next year. And are they going to, buy the company line, maybe take a little less? Because the window of opportunity to win with all these young guys is a short one if you don't get them signed.
I think that's the key thing when you have young players that are really elite on entry-level contracts, you kind of want to win right away. You don't want to look at it as in 4 or 5 years we can be really good. And they must obviously really think Nylander is worth the money then to risk losing a guy like Marner.
Well, you got to think that Austin Matthews did a lot of negotiating on behalf of Nylander, saying, you guys got to get him done because I love playing with him. We're good, very good together, and we could do some damage in the playoffs. They could be a cup contender. If Nylander comes into the fold, and it's going to take a couple of weeks to get things going, but the Leafs got to think that they got to be a cup contender in the East.
And now really quickly before we go, I want to get your quick thoughts on Raptors, all things Raptors. Best team in the NBA. You saw that win over the Golden State Warriors.
I'm not an NBA guy, but I sat back and I enjoyed that game. The Golden State Warriors did everything they could to beat the Raptors. Durant with an incredible three-pointer that I don't know how he put that in. But you know what? The Raptors are finding ways to win. They're a very good basketball team. You got to think, with Leonard in the fold and just that DeRozan out, Leonard in, wow, they're that good that they should be the #1 contender, and there could be a long run for them in the playoffs all the way to the final.
And they play again tonight. Jamal Murray will be in town for that, a Canadian product there. Less than 30 seconds, just who is on the sports show tomorrow night?
Ty Smith from Lloydminster off to the World Junior Camp for Canada, so he'll be playing for Canada, the World Juniors in Vancouver and Victoria. Also joining us will be Doug McLean, former Florida Panthers head coach, now a member of Sportsnet, and also Rob Vanstone for the Regina Leader Post, and our good friend Gord Bamford will join us on the Tuesday night sports show as well.
A packed sports show for you tomorrow night, and that's it for us. You can enjoy the rest here on Primetime Local News.
I'm here at the Lloydminster SPCA, where today I spoke to Becca a little bit more about some of the holiday adoptions that they have here, some of the things that they look for, and some things that you could look for as well if you are trying to decide on adopting for a Christmas present or a holiday present as well. We also talked about the jail and bail that will be coming up next week, where our own Michaela Henschel and Elise Darwish will be jailed up here in a cell, trying to raise money for the Lloydminster SPCA. Well, that does it for me here at the SPCA. Let's head back into the studio and see what's going on with them.
All right, taking a look at our 7-day forecast. Going to get into a bit of a cold snap. Not crazy cold, but definitely colder than we've been seeing up until now. We could see another centimeter or a little bit more fall from the sky until Wednesday, but shouldn't get anything major like we've seen over the last 3 days. -6 tomorrow, -10 on Wednesday, -12 for the low there, and then -12 for the high on Thursday. And then we get a little bit warmer as we go on there. -11 on Friday, -10 on Saturday, and then we get even above the seasonal average on Sunday. -5 there, -13, and then -4 on Monday next week. So not too bad. We just saw a lot of snow. Hopefully you don't get stuck out there. I know plows are out there and they've cleared the main roads at this point. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on our question of the day. We'll continue the conversation, but we'll see you here tomorrow. Take care.